Woo! What's going on, guys? Orange Farm coming at you guys today with another video. In today's video, we're gonna hit on some Detroit Lions news. We get some good news coming into this Dallas game, and we got Detroit Lions rookie defensive lineman Joshua PASCHAL will finally make his debut going into Week 7 at Dallas versus the Dallas Cowboys. Big news for the Detroit Lions defense. The 6'3", 280-pound kid is finally going to make his debut. The second rounder, the 46 overall pick. The much anticipated debut of this kid. This is a guy that, I've talked about many times. Brad Holmes had to get this guy. He needed to get this guy, and I remember watching him on Inside the Den, whatever it was called, on the YouTube channel, and he was adamant with Dan Campbell saying, if I didn't draft this kid, if I didn't get him, I was going to be super pissed. Now, I didn't have a second round grade on him, but that doesn't matter what I had on him. I'm no NFL scout, but I feel that the Detroit Lions might have reached a little bit for this guy, even though I think he's a really good football player. I've said this millions of times, many times over. Now, he went to Kentucky. He's a Kentucky Wildcat. He was there for like 4 or 5 years. This is a kid that went through a ton of stuff, man. He had cancer. He fought through some injuries. He's been injured, obviously, so he had to miss his Citrus Bowl when he was playing in college because he got hurt his last game of the year. He had to miss the Citrus Bowl. He had to miss the Senior Bowl. He was at the Combine, though. I don't think he did every single drill, but he did make a presence at the Combine, and he was running drills. I just don't know how many drills he did. I don't really remember, but he did a few of them. If he did all of them, I'm not really too sure. But he was out there running drills. Came into, we drafted him, okay, all set and done. He was not, I don't think he was hurt at the time, obviously, but he obviously wasn't fully healed. But he did make a presence at rookie mini camp. He was there for a couple days or something like that. I forget how long the rookie mini camp was. It was either like 3 or 4 days, 5 days. He was there for a couple days. Then all of a sudden he disappeared, and you didn't really hear about him. It was kind of like a ghost, man. He was gone, Joshua PASCHAL. No real news of what happened, where he went, what was going on with Joshua PASCHAL. Then we hear months later that Joshua PASCHAL had surgery. Finally, Dan Campbell said, just as we're coming up on the season starting. So all of a sudden he had a core muscle problem, and he had hernia surgery, groin, whatever you want to call it. Big time surgery. He went immediately on the PUP list. We weren't sure when he was going to make a debut. Some people were thinking maybe he was going to come back after week 4. Obviously, that didn't happen. And then a lot of people were guessing. I think I guessed week 7 or week 8. I think like a lot of people did. And he's finally making his debut on a defense that's just rotten to the core. We just have a rotten defense. Now, one guy's not going to fix everything. There's a couple guys that are coming back too, but this is a Joshua PASCHAL video. I'm not going to talk about anybody else coming back when I do my preview tomorrow, Friday. I'll talk about other guys coming back, but this is about PASCHAL. This is a guy that 137 tackles, 35 and a half tackles for loss, 13 sacks, 1 pick, 1 pass deflection, 3 forced fumbles, 5 years as a Kentucky Wildcat. Even on that pick, he returned it 76 yards on that interception, but didn't take it to the house. Came pretty close though. It's a guy that kind of he was getting better as his years were going at Kentucky, and he suffered some setbacks, obviously with the cancer, suffering through some injuries. Didn't get hurt until his last game of the year, though. That's why he missed the bowl game and the Citrus Bowl, and that's why he missed the Senior Bowl. But he was healthy enough to go and participate in some combine drills. And Brad Holmes fell in love with the guy. Now, this is not a draft profile. I'm not going to talk about what his strengths are and his weaknesses, but he's a really athletic edge. He's a guy that can play. He's a guy that will play the run exceptionally well. He ate up guards in college, and with really great instincts. He has really good instincts. Got power. Got the bull rush. He's got some pass rush moves, but he's not a pass rusher. He's not a guy that's going to get to the quarterback a lot. Didn't average a lot of sacks during his collegiate days, but he did live in the backfield. He lived in the backfield, played the run exceptionally well, a lot of tackles for loss. I believe he had like 15 and a half alone in 2021. So it's a kid that can get into the backfield. This is at the college level, but this is all we got really going on with him right now. Now, he can play up and down the defensive line. Like, he's basically a defensive end / defensive tackle, because he's an undersized defensive tackle if you're going to slide him inside, but he can play outside, he can play inside, he can play. You can stand him up, 2 and 3 point stance, and then the 5 tech or inside at the 3 tech as well. Even over the center, shade him over the center every now and again, right on those shoulders. So he's a guy that can go up and down the line. Now, this doesn't mean that this defense is all of a sudden miraculously cured, but this is a good thing that he's back. Now, Aaron Glenn came out and said that he will be ready. He will be ready. So that means to me, and I'm not too sure how much he's going to be playing. He's obviously going to be limited with his snaps. He's rusty. We don't know what's going to be going on with him with a snap count, but he plays some special teams. He played it in college. He's blocked some punts before. He's played all along the whole special teams unit, so he'll probably be doing that right away. We'll get to see if he goes actually on the defensive line or even in there standing up, 2 point, 3 point stance. Who knows what's going to be going on with Aaron Glenn? Don't know what he has in store for him, but the kid's back, or making his debut, not even back. Right, Amon-Ra St. Brown? You guys like the new bobblehead, Amon-Ra? My buddy Greg Farmer gave that to me at work today. Thanks, Greg. You're the man, brother. So this is big news, man, for the Detroit Lions, man. Doesn't mean that this defense is automatically fixed, but we just, it's a good sign that we got some healthy guys coming back. We got other guys coming back, but like I said, I'm not going to talk about that until tomorrow's preview. But Joshua PASCHAL, the Kentucky Wildcat, the run stuffer, the kid that lived in the backfield at Kentucky in the SEC is back. Let's see what he can do on Sunday. I'm guessing that it's going to be a lot of special teams, and maybe we'll see a mix of him in there up and down the defensive line. But I think it's going to be, I think the reins will be pulled a little bit on him because he's a little bit rusty. So that's just the way it is, guys. Thanks for the video. Quick video. Appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button at the bottom right. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Get all my videos. Don't forget to like, share, comment this out. Joshua PASCHAL, guys, he's back. Making his debut, long awaited. Nice to see the 2nd round pick. We need this, man. We need some guys to start making some impact. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Go Lions, one pride. Boom.